You should have pressed it.
Are we live?
We are live.
Ready to love?
I'm definitely ready to discuss because, well, it wasn't 100% boring.
Ready to Love Season 3 Reunion Special Part 1.
They could have done it all on the same day, in my opinion.
They could have did it all on the same day.
Just
So.
they didn't. Did you think it was boring? What did you think about it?
Yeah, it was a little boring. I was surprised by some of the people's answers on there.
Whose answers?
Alicia's answers.
Oh, I mean, what
Simone's
did you really
answers.
expect Alicia to say, though? That's what I'm wondering. All right, we have 3 people so far. We'll wait for a few more people. But before that, how is everyone doing? This is our first time ever going live after a show. So it's like our real reactions. And I definitely have some reactions because I'm just like, she lying, they lying, everyone. Well, not everyone's lying. It's just, I don't know.
Click on the comment. No comments yet? Okay, we'll wait. See who's in here. Drop the link. Hey, Kelsey, long time no see. Yeah. Invite. Did you put the fan in here?
We'll be all right.
I'm hot.
I don't know what to think about the reunion
Stephanie.
show. Same.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
I don't know. One, I'm warm. I'm usually not warm. Maybe because I'm actually have my back on a heating pad today because I'm a little achy, but I don't know. I was disappointed. I really wanted the same energy. I did.
The same energy that they gave all the other YouTubers.
Yeah, I want the same energy. Yeah. I mean, the YouTube drama was way better than the reunion so far.
True. So. Well, let's go ahead and dive into it. So thank y'all for joining us for our first ever live reunion special.
And everyone else who's coming on the replay. Hey, Sass. Thank you so much.
So first off, what Sass? I do. Just want to get, because it was the first thing on my mind, and I was just like, why do they do this to us? The first thing we see is with Alicia. I'm assuming that they did this because they knew that it was going to come out eventually whenever she decided to drop it. But my issue was, how are they just going to bypass that she was pregnant on the show?
I mean,
that's what they should have talked about first. Why did she come on the show knowing that she was pregnant? Tommy said it like she was pregnant after she left with a nice, sweet, wealthy businessman. Like,
right. Yeah. I'm just real disappointed, honestly. I mean, like I said in the beginning, the YouTube drama was way better than this reunion. I honestly want to know, how in the world did they skip, like you said, her pregnancy thing? Kind of like, oh, yeah. Oh, congratulations. What do you mean? Girl, weren't you pregnant on the show? Now, you guys, for everyone watching now on the replay, this is kind of like Millennial Mom After Dark, because it's going to be a different mom.
I'm expecting to see it because right now you're not there. You're still warming up.
I think I'm just like what that girl say, or somebody said. I'm in shock. One of the girls off of Maps, because that was really
in shock about what?
Just the drama. Maybe the drama is next week. In the drama next week, we'll talk about it at the end with Denise. But I'm just so disappointed. Hey, everyone to join.
Thank you, Jess TV.
Hey, Cliff.
I don't know. I want to know what you guys think about them just bypassing that, because even when they got with the Brian,
David,
Brian, segment about her being like, well, he should have just been open and honest with me.
Yeah,
but you weren't open and honest either. I was like, this is a disconnect, Alicia.
Exactly. I am just seriously, I'm thrown off. It's a different mom today, because again, if you were so into a man who's successful and all that, I want to know why there's people still coming to your house after the fact. Because he's so successful, like, where is he? Because shouldn't you be like in a relationship? She said he was, you pregnant and all, you had the baby in December. But just when they got to, are you still talking about Alicia? Because I'm ready to move on to Brian, because that just like,
well, I'm not done by that. Ways into Brian, because Alicia done stayed on for a long time. Jazzy TV said maybe it was cut out. I don't think so. I think
She was too smiley for me on that.
she said what she said, and that was it. And I didn't really like that, but I guess the YouTube streets took care of that for us because that's where we got the real tea.
Right.
So go ahead into Brian.
No, I'm just saying, when they showed his shenanigans, that came up with Alicia. But he did give the definition of zombie and ghosting. Did you catch it?
He did on the show.
Oh, well, I missed it clearly.
No, remember I said it to you and you were like, okay, but what's the difference? See, with Brian, he didn't really say anything like he usually doesn't say with Brian. And I was kind of shocked that Brian was kind of trying to spit it around on Alex and be like, well, if someone's guarded and they don't show who they really are, how do they expect for me to, give 100%? And it was like, well, her not talking about her domestic violence situation to you twice, was that not enough?
Right. And Brian, I believe I said this during the show anyways, when we did the review about it. The reason why he was kicked off the show, to me, it was more than a misunderstanding. Because I remember I said that Alicia wanted somebody for right now, for her kids right now, everything right now.
And her baby for right now.
Exactly. So I think now that we know that she was pregnant, had a baby, I think all that came around to that. And I think, honestly, Brian was kicked off the show unfairly. Or David, whoever was kicked off the show. I don't know.
David, too, because she did that to David as well. Remember the pool scene? I think
I'm getting mixed up.
That you're talking about.
Yeah.
When he or she imposed a question like, a woman with her kids, like, are you going to take care of them? And he didn't necessarily say no. But to Alicia, it felt like a no. And you know how sometimes women can be, especially in this situation where they always go around talking to each other. Of course, the woman's going to be on Alicia's side and be like, yeah, no, David has to go. But look at, see, I'm so irritated.
I am too. I think that's my issue.
Situation.
Yeah.
And I can see Stephanie said it was trifling. It was trifling. And they should have talked about it more, but they really swept it under the rug. And I'm just like,
yeah,
why did they do that to us?
I don't know. But Brian did say that he should have been more blunt with things after the fact. He should have been more open and honest. But yeah, we've been said that. And I still think that he has a little bit of maturity to do, because he didn't seem like he was all the way concerned about what happened, at the show to me.
I did not peep that he was 35 years old.
Well, how old do you thought he was?
I thought he was like Adriana's age. Isn't Adriana like 31, 32?
Well, she's probably 32 now, but the show is for people 30 to 50, or, well, Raymond's 54, so 30 to 55, I'm guessing.
Well, he's just so immature that I thought he was 31, 32.
No.
Well, David's still creeping at Alicia's house. I thought it was funny when nephew Tommy was like, so are you the pappy? Did you come into her house?
No. He was just trying to be funny. Hi, Money. What she put the comment up there? What'd she say?
Probably so. I can see that being true. But at least, she went on the reunion show for money. She did it on YouTube for free. They talked about it.
I didn't even think about that, I guess. Maybe she was just trying to clear it up on YouTube. But, there's a couple people who did interviews from this show that came on another people.
Couple people.
Well,
like the whole cast.
Really the whole cast. They came on other people's channels. No, I mean a couple people who went on different YouTube channels that gave the heat, for the reasons why they were being, I don't know, trolled on social media, for the reasons why they were kicked off, like Anaya, the Alicia, and things like that. But, yeah.
You know what I also thought was interesting with Brian?
What's that? That
Brian and Alex did meet up after the show. And Alex said that, allegedly he has a baby out in the street.
Oh, my goodness.
For some reason, I wouldn't put it past Brian at this point. And, Brian was my boy. He was my number 2 pick. After my number 1 pick went home.
Well, that says a lot, don't it? But anyways. But Brian also talked around that allegedly fact of the baby. But he didn't deny it either. So if it's not yours, deny it. But if it is yours and you're like, well, we don't know about allegedly, and she had to explain, well, that's what allegedly means, you still haven't matured enough. Brian, you're number 2.
The That's so funny to me.
What?
I don't know why that's so funny.
I don't either. Can you imagine a Brian meeting me? Exactly.
Actually,
no, you can't. Moving on.
Truth be told, I'll save that for a little bit later. Virginia Winter, I got something to say about that situation right there.
Okay. Did she seem upset with him, Tiba? Who, Alex?
No, I don't think Alex really cared.
I think she was a little put off by Brian anyways, because again, when she mentioned that domestic violence thing, and she had to tell him again, he was like, oh yeah, well, I apologize if I didn't catch it. Just the look on her face was kind of like, yeah, right, like, sure you do. Like it just went over his head, or in one ear and out the other. He didn't really seem to care to me.
And you know what? I was gonna go play by play with the reunion, but we're just gonna throw Simone, Jay, Winter, and Joy all in the same mix together, because they really were just all in together.
I mean, that was an entanglement, so we have to throw them all in the same mix.
I don't really think it was an entanglement.
Well, for some it was.
Well, first, let's backtrack and backpedal.
Mm-hmm.
I remember you saying that I believe you said you don't think Simone was being messy when she went to Winter. Excuse me, when she went to Joy about Winter.
You said that about me? You know better than
that.
Absolutely not. That was 1,000% messy. I know you weren't talking about me.
Why do you think it was messy?
What do you think? You don't, come on now. Even if you see something in the hallway, you're all there for love. So you think, because I think I said on our review, like, you actually think that just because you told Joy that Jay was in Winter's room, that was going to help your chances? I believe that's what I said, almost verbatim. So no, that was not me. So do
you think Simone did that because she was jealous? Because apparently Jay, even though we already knew he was being a little creep, trying to be a little player, was keeping Simone a secret. Do you think Simone did that on purpose with intent to be like, oh, well, I'm going to mess up both of their relationships with Winter and Joy so me and him could be together?
Well, for sure, now that we have the behind the scenes, take my glasses off. I'm not reading, so I don't need them right now. Behind the scenes, of course, because we got to see the sort of relationship that Jay and Simone had. So I think that was her way of being messy to Joy, to try to see, girl, look what he did. He's over there doing all that, and thinking somehow that Jay would come back to her because Joy would have left him. I think that's what she was thinking. And I also think Simone, regardless of her credentials, has a lack of maturity when it comes to that. I mean, to me, it showed, not because she got frustrated and was crying on the show, but she made little dabs of, when they were talking about stuff. So they're kind of like their sister wives and stuff like that. And then have nerve to apologize. Funny. I'm like, no.
That was funny.
No. You can't say all that and be like, oh, I apologize. Can I give you a hug? When you was like, all up in your seat trying to prove your point. Girl, don't get me started tonight.
The sister wives comment about Joy and Winter was funny. I had to tweet about it. It made me laugh because I'm like, yes, I can see it being true. But my whole problem, one of my problems with that scene where Joy and Winter and Simone were sitting down together was when they all started crying. I was like, why are you crying?
Oh, when they were at the house?
Yeah, and then we had that never before scene, and we see Winter break down and cry even more outside to a half naked Jay.
Well, he was outside. Maybe he was working out.
I was putting 20 on 10, but I'm just like, why? I don't understand why people were crying. I want someone to make that make sense for me.
I can't make it make sense because I don't understand why it hurt Winter's feelings for the things that Simone was saying. But I think now that I'm thinking about it more, because in my opinion, Winter was much more invested into Jay than she was. I think.
Who are you trying to be, Miss Cleo? We already know. Everyone knows that already. She didn't like Anthony like that.
We're talking about Jay, Winter, Simone first. But I think that's why you asked me why the reason why she was crying. Not to make light of it, but I think it just hurt her heart, hurt her spirit.
No, I don't know.
Are we turned up? Can y'all hear us fine?
I'm sure. So now, because you were talking about Simone and her crying and calling them sister wives or whatever, and they're hugging, because I was like, to me, this is a really weird scene because Joy was really getting mad.
Yeah, you saw her face. Even Jay was like,
yeah, trying to calm her down.
Yeah.
So do you think, because I know another one of our subscribers said that, do you think Joy was being messy by going back to Winter to tell her what Simone said?
What?
Do you think
Uh-huh.
Joy was being messy? Because this is what Simone
Oh,
was trying
Joy
to
was
say,
being messy. Uh-huh.
bringing what Simone said back to Winter.
See, I don't think so. I think if you're gonna put it out there like that, you're gonna be messy and be like, girl, I saw so and so trying to, improve your chances. Why wouldn't Joy mention it to Winter? Eventually, she's gonna get back to Winter, so you might as well tell Winter, since it's the three of you that's going after the same man at the time. So I don't think it was messy. The mess was already brought by Simone, personally. Mm-hmm. That's just me.
And I thought it was interesting that Jay was like, yeah, you see, this is why I didn't really like connect with her, because of the communication aspect and all this other stuff. You know what? Jay really did get aired out this episode. And I'm kind of here for it because lots of people were saying he's a player, he's all that stuff. But we didn't really get to see that because, production trying to make it seem like he's a good guy. Mm-hmm. But he's a smooth talker.
Yeah, he is a smooth talker, but I think he rubbed you the wrong way in the beginning because you said that. And I was like, well, at least he was being honest. But we did see the behind the scenes today where he wasn't necessarily honest. He was more like really leading them on. But again, the house is ready for love when he really had a true number one in Joy. He wasn't straying far. He couldn't help it that, the other women were attracted to him, but he could help the things he was saying to lead them on, though. He could at least let them know, like with that kiss on the cheek, that it's not going any further than this.
Okay, since you brought that up, the kiss on the cheek, since later on in the episode, we get to see that Winter and Jay had a lot of late night creeps.
Sure did.
And I was like, it was not once, it was not twice, it was a few times from 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. Winter tried to clear that up and said, that's the only time we really got to talk with production.
No, not with production. She said
without production.
I mean, you can talk in the middle of the night without production.
I don't know, for some reason, I just weren't believing that. And especially when she had that grandma kiss on the cheek live on camera, I feel like she was expecting something a little bit more on camera. Like, I'm sure she knew that he was doing with Jay at the same time.
I still think...
I'm sorry, Joy. Jay and Joy, they get me mixed up.
Get it together. I know, they get me mixed up too. But I still think Winter invested a lot of her time into Jay. And I still think even after all the scenes were replayed and everything else, that there might be a little something there in her heart. Because I honestly, even I said in our reviews, I think they had a connection as far as, conversation, stuff like that. I think they connected on the intellectual level versus Jay connecting with Joy on a deeper soul tie level. Mm-hmm. That's the difference to me. What do you guys think? Anybody want to come on? We would love to hear from you other than just the comments.
Or do whatever you feel.
Do whatever you feel is right.
But I don't know, especially that late night situation to me. I mean, I don't want to insinuate anything because, that's assassinating someone's character. But that's all I got to say. I'm going to give that the side eye because I wrote that in my notes. I gave that the side eye.
Oh, because it's just, like you stopped all abrupt. I don't know what happened to you.
No, it's just like I don't believe that.
Okay.
In my opinion.
All right.
But then this connects to Anthony and Winter.
Pop some stuff on the screen. Why not?
What do you think about Anthony and Winter?
I never thought Anthony and Winter was a connection at all. Let me say it again. At all. Him with Winter or him with Denise, didn't see it. I felt, just my opinion, that Winter and Anthony, since they were kind of like the last few people in the house that weren't really connected and we're going to the final three, they linked up for that. Because the questions that Winter was asking of Anthony before we even got to this point, Again, where was the connection? And that little shim, go ahead and do your shim.
The Mambo number 5.
Whatever it
with
was.
Jay. It was a dance. It was a 2-step. And I'm just like, how are you letting your option, your lady, someone who you're trying to vibe with, go away, walk to the side with another guy who she's already been kicking it with? Like, I didn't understand that, and I still don't understand that. So on the stage, especially when Winter and Jay were going back and forth, and she hit him with a okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like she didn't need to say anything else.
Mm-hmm.
You could see on Anthony's face, he was like, huh, do they still have a connection? Yes, Anthony. They did have a connection, and I'm sure she still does have feelings for him.
Okay.
You don't think so?
No.
You don't think Winter still has feelings for Jay?
Oh, for Jay, yes, I already
No,
touched on that. I
Not
thought you meant
Anthony. No.
Oh, I got confused what you was talking about.
No.
We already touched on that, so I'm somewhere else. But I believe that she does. I said that. I think that the way that they connected on that level, and just even, I mean, I didn't see a quiver in her, but it looked like her eyes were glossy when she was watching the playback of all that stuff and then the conversations. Thank you, Ivani. And the conversations that was going on between them two once Tommy got in the middle of it. You can see there's something there from her, and I still think there's something there from him too, but again, his soul tie.
For Winter?
Pay attention.
I am paying
His soul
attention.
tie is for Joy.
He don't feel anything for Winter. Are you kidding me?
I didn't. Did y'all hear what I said? I said after when Tommy started asking them questions about what happened behind the scenes. Okay.
It's still not there. Okay, so let me go into why I feel the way I feel about Winter and Jay and Joy. Because I have been a Winter before in a relationship.
What?
Somewhat.
Do tell. Do I know about this?
You don't know about this.
Girl.
I've been in
Do you still know it?
No. In entanglements with
Wait, do I know?
No.
Okay.
with guys who be like, tell you one thing, and then you know the girl, the person that they're messing with, and they tell them another thing, and the next thing you know, they together. And you just like, well, what just happened? But even though you already knew what was happening, you're just like, what? So like for me, that's why I'm like, no, Jay doesn't have real feelings for Winter still. That's not happening. In Winter, I mean, yeah, she did slide onto Anthony, but we all know that she didn't really have any feelings for Anthony at all. When she's like, yeah, I liked him for the abs, she meant that. She weren't lying about that.
No, I don't think she was lying about that, because she's like, oh, I didn't know you had all this on you. What? They exercise every day. Even I saw that on everybody.
But to me, I thought it was kind of funny how they were like, yeah, you know, it kind of dwindled off because of the communication aspect. I guess Anthony gets a little bit loud for Winter.
You jumping around for my taste. You went from Jay to Winter. Now you're moving to.
I'm still on Anthony and Winter.
Girl, okay.
But remember that part when they were talking about if they're still like together?
Yeah. Well, they didn't have the body chemistry.
Any chemistry. They had the spiritual chemistry. Mentally aligned, supposedly, that they were trying to feed us.
Okay, I'm gonna keep my face. They just didn't seem like they connected vibe at all. I think they could be like in the house, good friends in the house, but outside the house. And when we saw them at reunion, when they were sitting there, they didn't even look like they were together, because you know most people are together, kind of like sit kind of a little close.
They weren't there. They just rekindled.
You just asked me my opinion.
I know.
Y'all should see her off camera. I tell you, off camera, she's a mess. But anyways, you know, she said that, you know, their communication, Anthony and Winter, were they still together? And they was like, no. And she said it was their communication, and he communicates passionately and she doesn't, she shuts down. I can see that. And it was about finances. Now, who else in the house had that about the finances?
Someone who we didn't get to on this episode, and I'm pretty sure in the next episode when we do get to Naya, I feel like just how they did with Alicia, how it was kind of like swept underneath the rug, it's going to be the same thing again.
Right.
That's how I feel.
I think so too. So who else you want to talk about?
Go to anybody. I got heat for them all.
Go ahead. Let me hear the heat. Bring it.
Also, where you get on your boy Edwin?
Okay.
Because he was also in the mix with that Jay thing.
Not really.
Joy.
He was.
Well, that's
wasn't.
what they were trying to make it seem on the reunion.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you think Joy really had a connection with Edwin?
No.
No?
No.
Why not?
I just don't. Again, most of the people that was on this show, outside of Joy and Jay, in my opinion, were ready to date. And some of them not even that. They were just in the house looking for somebody who they might be able to connect with. Mm-hmm. I think that Edwin connected with spiritually, and just the vibe that Joy gave to Edwin, mm-hmm. that helped Edwin in his spirituality and just how he thinks about certain things. That's what I think it was. I don't think they were ever romantic, even though she said, she was struggling with having Edwin at the time. And I was like, oh, you weren't? Okay.
You're just not going to give Joy any credit for that.
No, but I like Edwin. I like Edwin from the beginning, and Edwin was my pick.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe he's still going to be your pick if he sees this live or something, or on the process.
He can be a friend.
That's
and we can share.
Always start off.
And no, when we can share recipes, that's what I would like if he want to be a friend. I
don't think Joy really had that connection with Edwin either, because Joy, from day one, everyone knew Joy and Jay were like the couple who was going to make it to the end, mm-hmm. at least. Mm-hmm. And what she said, it was probably true that Jay was more so like
some comments.
Connection spiritually, mentally, but not a romantic person that really do dates like that. Mm-hmm. And Edwin's more into feelings. So, mm-hmm. of course, he would be doing the dates, which his dates were really nice. I would have to admit that.
Not better than Rashid?
Okay, Rashid's was really nice, too.
Yeah.
Who else do you want to get on?
I don't know. I thought you said you had the heat, so I'm waiting.
I want you to bring me some people.
Yeah, bring your notes.
I did bring my notes. I want you to bring.
Honestly, it was on the boring side for me. We didn't really learn anything. The only thing we learned really was at the end with Denise, but
that was nothing. I mean, it was something because it had to do with Joy's sister and the death in the family. So, mm-hmm. that was something, but that wasn't really anything at all. I mean, I guess we kind of thought that they were going to go more in depth like they did last season.
What you mean it wasn't anything? What Denise did at the end?
I don't think it was. You thought it was?
Of course. And clearly the other cast did too, because that's going to be on next week's reunion. How's she going to give, Joy wants you to know that, she da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You don't pass no messages on for nobody. And Joy said she didn't say that. And she did not appreciate it.
So do you think she was being a narcissist? Like other people were trying to point out?
I think Denise was being Denise, and we're going to see more next week. Honestly, this could have been a 2-hour reunion. If any show is going to be 2 hours, this was the time for it to be 2 hours and get it out of the way. Mm-hmm. Because part 1 was kind of like, okay, but part 2 is going to be Denise, Adriana, Kalfani, Rashid, all that, the noise. And I'm here for the noise. I want the energy. I just want energy. And we did not get that. And I'm honestly disappointed.
I'd be here to come back next week disappointed too.
Lord, please don't be disappointed.
But a connection that I knew it was going to happen. I didn't know who was going to be with. Mm-hmm. Is with it. Because I said this on someone else's live. I'm like, I feel like David is going to be one of those people who are going to come back and somebody. I didn't think it was going to be Alicia. Oh, sorry, not Alicia, even though she wasn't. I didn't think it was going to be Alex. I was really surprised about that. But how are they going to be like, yeah, we went on a few dates and stuff like that, and he wants to get to know her better. I was like, wait, what kind of thing is this? So are you asking her on another date and y'all already been on dates before?
It was not like him asking her on a date. He's asking her to be more serious, a casual friend. Hey, let's hang. He wants to be like, you my girl one day. kind of date.
Clearly, I can't be with someone like that. I need to be with someone straightforward because if you're being bush, I'm be like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Clearly, you've chosen the wrong people on Ready to Love twice. So your advice is kind of like take it or leave it.
It's not real advice. It's just personal aspects
Right.
of it all.
And just like with these people on here, you have some maturity to do. So that's the reason why your picks haven't worked out for anybody on the show.
Well, the difference between me and the people on the show is they're like 30. I'm not even there yet.
True.
I might be millennial. I'm not high on the millennial aspect.
I know. I'm just saying. Sometimes I don't know.
So since you talked about next episode, since pretty much that was everything that happened on this episode, it was kind of like boring and very annoying because they didn't really go into anything. What are you expecting specifically, not just the people, specifically to be addressed in the next episode?
I'm expecting to be addressed next episode. Why did Naya do Chris the way she did him when they was a all-in couple until he said he wanted to do things 50-50? And why she left the show like that, like leaving him hanging. That's what I want to know. And of course, the entanglement with Kalfani, Adriana, and Denise. I mean, the best should be next week. I mean, really, that was where the drama came in.
Mm-hmm.
And to see if Kalfani and Adriana are still together.
Right, because
it doesn't seem like it from the preview, but then again, what are we going to say? Production, editing,
You're right, because Kalfani did say that he did find a note. I'm like, I know Adriana did not leave him a note.
He said he found a note on his door when he came home. Now, is it when he came home from the show? Was it from Denise?
Does it really matter?
Or was it from one of his child's mother?
It would be irrelevant if it wasn't about somebody on the show. Why would we care about somebody not on the show?
Because maybe he's got a 1-year-old, so maybe the 1-year-old's mom may think that she was still in a relationship with Calvin. That's why it's relevant. And have no 1-year-old, you just recently came out that relationship or whatever you was doing. That's real recent to have a 1-year-old. So whatever connection they have, maybe, who knows?
So do you think he should have been on the show even though he had a 1-year-old? Do you think there's a difference between men coming on the show with kids who are under 1 and women coming on the show with kids who might be under 1?
Under 1, just kids in general. The younger they are, the more they need, and they need your attention, your time, your energy, the younger they are, the children. Now, if you're going to come on the show and you have kids, I don't know. That's a dilemma on any reality show because you have to know if it's going to work out for me. If you're going to introduce your kids, now you should be honest and let them know how many kids you have or whatever and go from there. But I don't see anything wrong with coming on a show with kids because that would eliminate a whole group of people. And that's not right. Everyone deserves love.
So are you team Alicia?
I think she went about that the wrong way.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking on your Naya point about why she did that to Chris, she did that to Chris because she wanted to do that to Chris because she thinks she bad and she cute and she top tier, which everyone should. So she's not gonna feel bad about what she did to Chris.
Well, you asked me what I was waiting to see. I mean, that was the drama. That to me, that situation carried the show for the rest of the season. I'm not saying it wasn't already popular, but that Naya thing that just blew up seemed like everywhere on social media, her doing YouTube interviews, just people on everyone's channel talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
So that carried the season. And I believe that, in my opinion, that we want to know.
I don't know. I'm telling you, I don't think you're going to get what you're looking for
with
the next reunion. I'm really hoping that they do within the hour. But I'm ready for this to kind of wrap up now because they really could have did it today.
They could have done it
honestly.
Today. Yeah.
And I don't know. Something about production. For me, production needs to get things right next season instead of always cutting things out. We never know what's really going on. I want to see the late night creeps. That's what's going to carry the show.
That's what I wanted to know too, honestly. For this reunion, I wanted to know who was on the creep that we didn't see. Regardless of if they did anything, like who really hooked up behind the scenes. But hopefully next week we can find that out because I'm sure It had to have happened. It had to. Because if people are going to other people's house after the show,
Mm-hmm.
that sounds like a creep to me.
Well, that was pretty much the whole show today. If there's no other comments that you guys would like to add about any of the people, because these people are definitely getting their 15 minutes plus of fame. And you know what? I'm not mad at it. I would do the same thing too, whether you're cooking, whether you're trying to do a talk show, do some books or whatever. I
Vision
agree with
boards.
them.
Yeah.
Vision. That's what we should do.
You want to do a vision board?
I'm gonna do a vision board. I'm gonna have a vision board party. Is it too late?
No.
Because
Never
never
too late.
January.
It's never too late to have a vision board party. It could be for this year, 5 years, 10 years. It's never too late for a vision board party. Board? It's never too late.
Mm-hmm. Well, since we talked about Rachel, we will come on next week doing a live recap, and I'm praying that this reunion next week really gives us something to kiki about, something. We need something of substance.
We need something of substance. And we're going to come on. Wait, are we doing? Go ahead, finish your thought.
No, go ahead.
No, for Ready to Love, we'll come back on live. Plus, for all you Mavs people that we have, our subscribers, everybody, we appreciate you. We'll also be going live for that as well, but not so late because we know it's late for everyone that doesn't live on the West Coast.
Well, for Married at First Sight, we have to wait till they're done with the weddings because
I'm saying we're going to come live with that too after the following week.
And at least a honeymoon or something.
Somebody that wants to come on.
Jesus, that 3-hour episode, if you guys don't watch
was a struggle.
Don't watch it. Just watch people's reviews. I promise.
It was a struggle.
Hi, Cliff.
How you doing? Oh, should I mute the TV? Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to say congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was really it. You hit your 1K. I'm glad for you guys, and I'm sure before you know you'll be at 10K.
Woo! So far, but thank you.
Yeah, no, not
It'll be here before you know it. Watch, it'll be here before you know it.
Got it.
We gotta hit with different videos, but thank you for supporting us, getting us to 1K. Because I know you promote us and you promote other people. You should be a promoter, a YouTube promoter. You might be.
Nah, there's no problem. Like I'm happy for you guys and Chloe's success.
Yes,
Along
for
with
sure.
a few other people I know.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
So y'all just finished watching the reunion?
Yes.
All right, because I was in and out the shot because I was on the phone.
Oh,
So I didn't really get to hear too much.
that's okay.
Nothing really happened on a reunion, anyways.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it. Yeah, I'm waiting for next week.
Yeah,
I was a little confused because I saw the ending of it. Why was they mad at Denise?
They were mad at Denise because when Joy left because her sister passed away, Denise said like this really nice thing about Joy, and I guess it wasn't what Joy said to her at all.
Mm-mm.
Right?
Yeah, it wasn't okay. So when Joy left, she was like, "Joy wants me to send a message to you all saying, have fun, stay at it, keep going strong, all this stuff." And Joy's like, "I never gave you a message to tell everybody." So the cast was upset, like, why did you come out to give a message when I didn't say that? They were like, if anyone gave a message, it would have been given to Jay to tell the group, but no one did. So they were really upset with her about that. So
everyone was.
Yep.
Got you. So they never had a conversation at all.
Nope. Not at all. Mm-mm. What you gonna say about live too? Were you gonna say something else?
Nope.
Oh, that's why they're upset. So yeah, if you recorded it, I would just go back and really watch that part because that was really the most interesting thing of the reunion tonight, in my opinion.
I think the late night creeps was that.
So did they talk about the other young lady being pregnant?
What they said was
in the first 5 minutes of the show,
that they knew that she was pregnant, gave her congratulations. They were joking about who's the pappy. She said it was a successful man, and that was it, literally.
That was it. She gave more insight of who, what, when, where, and why on other people's YouTube channels. Like they just brushed over it.
So they never even talked about her being pregnant on the show.
Nope, they made it seem like after the show.
Interesting.
Yeah, very, right?
Not really.
Yeah, well, I know what he means. It was interesting, like, because I was really expecting to hear her explanation about that, that her knowing she was pregnant and why she still came on the show. But nope, they just brushed completely over that.
Mm-hmm.
I was disappointed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, like I said, because I was halfway in the live, did y'all discuss anything with Married at First Sight?
No, but if you have something you want to see at Married at First Sight, go ahead.
Yes. The one thing I could say is I'm a little confused why everybody don't like Chris.
I'm sorry. I had a conversation with Cassandra this afternoon about you and Lorenzo, honestly, about Chris. And I said, I think, and this is allegedly, that you all pick the people who are, like the Michaels of the show or the Bretts of the show to intentionally some people's channel.
In the comment section.
In the comment section, I mean. But that's just my opinion. I think
No, I like those people.
I know you do.
Especially Brett and Brandon.
Of course.
Especially Brett and
Well, honestly, Brandon, I didn't really like Brandon. I still don't, but I can see where he was coming at with the production side. So I don't really, look at him differently like I do with Michael. But for Chris, what I get from him so far, I just don't like how he's coming off. I mean, yeah, people have their standards of what they like and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, there's just something about him that is just not adding up. Like Vincent said, he's a little bit sketchy. So maybe he might change my mind as the episodes go on.
More than one man said he was sketchy. I'm hoping my mind will change as the show goes along too. But I think people don't like Chris and are rubbed the wrong way, because even I said that was just how he came across. He just comes across self-absorbed and overly sexualized, and is like, are you just looking for sex from the show or what? It doesn't seem like he's marriage material just by what he's presenting for right now. But again, we'll see as the show goes along. Maybe he'll change not just my mind, maybe most people's minds so far who think the same way.
Because see, what I saw from him is he made the statement, because I was even in La Vida Rosa Live, right?
Mm-hmm.
And their statement was about him wanting a pretty woman. And I'm like, that's normal.
Yeah.
Is that me echoing?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm trying to see if I got something near here that's making it like that. But anyway, of him wanting a beautiful woman, I think that's the norm. I said that's no different than a woman wanting a man with money.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're right. That is the norm. But the issue is he talking about if he don't get all this and she's not a freak, this and that, he's going to have blue balls. Now, I don't knock him being honest when it comes to that. Again, it's just how it comes across overly sexual. It kind of comes across like he's on one of those shows like a
something on MTV or something.
Yeah, like an MTV type show. You know what I mean? So that's how it comes across. Like, to me, he's on the wrong.
Right, but his okay, but I heard his wife say she want a man with big hands, and you know what that means.
That was Brianna.
Me and you old enough to know what that terminology means.
That was Brianna.
That was his wife.
You sure?
I thought it's two black women on there, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was Brianna. I know that.
Isn't he married to he's getting married to the slimmer one?
No, Chris is getting married to the thicker one. who has her own house.
He is? Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
But either way, nobody said anything about that comment from her.
Well,
That's true.
that's true, but I'm not saying that, was that at the bachelorette party? I think so. I'm not saying that's sliding, but the thing is with Chris is just kind of like,
So where's your issue lie with Chris?
I just said, I think he's on the wrong show. From what we're presenting, like he wants to be on a VH1 or MTV show that caters to a certain type of woman by the things that he's saying, that he's looking for, because they say that on those shows too. They don't necessarily say it on Married at First Sight. I'm not saying that they don't think it, and he's the first one to say it, but it just comes across as if just real immature. That's how it comes across. Like I said, he might be a good guy.
He said he want a submissive, God-fearing freak in the bed. Like, what's wrong with that?
Nothing, Cliff.
There's
Nothing
wrong with that.
I'm just saying that's how most. I won't say most because everybody don't care about God fearing, but depends on your upbringing. But most men want a freak, and who's classy outside, but freaky and do whatever he want in the sheets. That's normal.
I
I'm
understand.
just saying.
I understand.
I just didn't see the problem with the comment because I see he's getting ridiculed for that comment, but I didn't hear anything about the big hands, because when somebody say what size his hands or feet, what they really talking about.
Yeah.
That's sexual.
That's
all I'm saying.
That's sexual.
I don't know. I think Chris, it's just because he's superficial. It's because he's flashy. It's because he's putting himself out there with the shiny shoes and him bragging about how much he spends on takeout when he owns a restaurant at Subway and all that stuff. I think it always lies with the tone of voice and how you present things.
Delivery. Always.
That's why people are on Chris like that. If Chris came off like Brianna with the big hands comment, I think he wouldn't get as much of heat as he is, but he still will a little bit because he is a man, and we are still in a Me Too era, even though it's not talked about as much. And that's what it is.
I think he comes off like that because he was homeless at one point.
You think so?
Yeah, like he was homeless. I heard his story.
Oh yeah,
so
he was.
He was homeless. His girl left him and cheated on him. He had to build himself up, and it was at one point in time, he says, even when he was making his money, being that he wasn't with her, he didn't feel like being here on this earth. So I think after getting over that, and then becoming successful, being the youngest, what they say, he was the youngest person to own a Subway in Georgia or Atlanta, wherever. So I do know that should bring some proudness to him. You know what I'm saying? And I do believe him when he say there's women who come for him for his money. I believe him on that. And I think people don't like his honesty. And maybe he is a flashy guy, but listen, if you're homeless 1 minute and then now you got it, I could understand you reveling in your success.
Yeah, I don't discount. Hey, Chloe. Hey, Kamisha Reviews. I don't discount anything him saying. I did say that at least he was honest. I did say that. At least he's honest. Again, I just think that the way he comes across so flashy. But Cliff, do you remember someone else? He wasn't as flashy, but he had a story of, he came from a certain life. He didn't grow up in a family he wanted to be in. He became somewhat successful, not as successful as we heard with Chris. Almost a similar story 2 seasons ago. That's almost, on the same step ladder.
Michael? You think Michael is...
I didn't say it was as flashy. I said on the same ladder. Michael, he wasn't homeless, but he came from a background where he had to bring himself up too. Remember, he didn't know who his mom was and all this other stuff. He wasn't as flashy, but he was on the opposite spectrum of the personality. So, we didn't feel that Michael was ready either. And someone else.
But I don't think Michael and Chris are even in the same playing field.
I said they're on the same ladder.
Not even. Michael was a liar.
Chris might be one too. You know.
Michael ain't lie about everything, and a lot of his stuff you could look up some of his things he did that's successful as far as working with President Clinton and things of that nature, like stuff like that. He didn't lie about. He did lie about some things. I won't front.
Right. So yeah, but again, I think it's in Chris's delivery, and I think it's just the way that he does come from a pastor preacher background, regardless of the reasons why he became homeless for trying to make it on his own, stuff like that, and then him leaving that, and now he's his headline is Chris blessed with the dollar signs. And
that could have been from production.
It could be, and just all the things that he's presenting right now is making him one the standout quote unquote villain of the show for now. Again, he may change our mind. He may be the sweetest person, and we'll be sitting here saying like, wow, like why did they do that? But someone did say earlier, I think it was Mila B speaks, maybe production and the experts match these people for the drama.
Of course.
What do you think, Chris? I mean, Cliff, excuse me.
Yes, I believe that. I don't know who, I believe they do that. I think they did that last season. I believe they did it with Brandon and them. I believe they did that. I think I haven't seen every episode. I mean, every season, but it's nowhere near like I saw season 1, and the show is nowhere near like season 1.
No, well, we've seen all the
somewhere down the line to change.
We've seen all the seasons, and let me tell you, I don't remember what season it was, but there was one season that made me say to Cassandra many years ago, like, we need to get on and do a YouTube channel, with the laundry.
Yeah,
I forgot what's that, maybe like season 4 or something. That season right there tripped me out. This one couple was just off the chain to me. Who are we gonna bring up now?
Raphael.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Fine.
I just started watching your channel. I really like your reviews on the show
Thank you.
Love After Lockup. That's the main one I've been watching. And I just recently saw y'all upload, I, I think, Ready to Love?
Yes.
Okay. So, I because I just got done watching the show, I review the show as well, too. Um,
Subscribe to your channel too.
my name is Raphael Hartwick. I don't know why I didn't put my last name, but it's spelled my first name, like y'all see on the screen, and my last name is Hartwick, Hardwick.
Okay.
So, but here's what I gotta say. Like, and I just want to talk about Michael and Sarah. It just seems like she's all this rah rah all the time. Like, why do you gotta put on this fake persona? Like, you faking it. And I don't know about y'all, but I see her faking it. She's in love with Michael.
Sarah from Love After Lockup is what we're talking about for everyone else in the chat. Sarah has been faking it for a long time. Michael knows exactly what he's doing with Sarah. I think Sarah does things to Michael back, as a tit for tat kind of thing. But
I think so too.
Yeah, but did you hear that there's a warrant for Michael's arrest now?
Yes. For child endangerment.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know if you've been yet.
So I'm trying to figure out why she is so like on this episode she was so rah 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 and I've been doing this by myself. And like me personally, you picked this guy to have kids with. And that's my thing. That's my thing with people in general.
Right. She picked him.
You picked this guy to have children with, and then you get mad at how he is towards his kids.
Yep. Like you said,
You
I think Sarah likes drama. And honestly, I'm starting to think that they're on this show because that they're the main ones bringing the drama. Because the season before it was Angela and Tony. You remember them?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
Angela and Tony. She
Yes.
like Angela and Tony. Um, but I feel like Sarah is just across the board, like on another level, and it's just like, really,
She
that
wants
you picked this, but
right.
you picked this, but you picked this guy to have children with. And
Sarah
my
wants.
thing is,
Go
and
ahead.
my thing, I'm sorry, go ahead,
No, I was gonna
sweetheart.
say. Thank you. I was gonna say Sarah. Not only does she like the drama, she doesn't want Michael to be with anybody else. And honestly, neither does Michael, except for Michael can go and be free. But Sarah can't do that. She's got the kids in tow. And when Sarah gets upset, she goes to her one friend who she knows is going to be down with her. You know what I'm talking about? The one with the muscle.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I know. And I feel like her friend needs to tell her the truth because her friend is not telling her the truth. Because if I was her friend, I would be like, hey, Sarah, you picked this guy. So
Right.
you cannot necessarily get mad at the way he's acting. The only thing you can do is deal with it, deal with him for the next 18 years. If she keeps saying, oh, I'm going to get full custody and all this type of thing, well, if you're going to do that, do that. Do what's right. But don't keep going back and forth. And I'm going to say this in my review. I do my reviews on Saturday. Um, I'm going to say this in my review.
Okay.
Um, Don't keep going back and forth. Just deal with this. Just deal with the guy you picked for the next 18 years. After they turn 18, you won't have to deal with them. It's on the daughters if they want to deal with them. But you picked this guy, and I really don't like that. Just in general, because
Mm-hmm.
it's like you picked this guy to have children with, but then you get mad when he's not doing what's right.
Yeah.
You know what I don't like about Sarah? Every time with Michael, when he does like the surprise visit to her house, she always lets him in, especially with Malcolm being there. She
Mm-hmm.
always tells Malcolm, well, like, what am I supposed to do? Not
Exactly.
let him in your house? You
Right.
don't have to let him in your house.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
Mm,
she's
yes.
like, and Malcolm, he has to be there for a check or something because I just don't understand why, and I just don't see why either.
I think Malcolm got the picture when he left. He was starting to see like when Michael came over after he missed his court date messing with that other lady, that he's starting to see how Sarah still hasn't disconnected from Michael. And I'm gonna need Michael to invest in some new shirts. I'm tired of seeing him with the same old wife beater on, but that's just me.
Get in there.
Um. Um. Yeah, I would need him to kind of like take a shower or something because he looks like a dirty person to me. But that's
Mm,
just my opinion.
there you go.
But but I'm just really like I'm ready for Sarah to just be like, okay, I'm gonna go to court and I'm gonna file these papers because me personally, I don't think she's serious
No.
because anybody.
Oh,
Oh no, we lost.
well, come back if you can. Do you have anything else to add, Cliff?
Oh, nothing major. I was just letting y'all have y'all conversation because I do nothing with what y'all talking about.
We're ready to love after
I can just
lockup.
all I could take from that was baby mama drama or
It
baby
was.
daddy drama, whatever.
It is baby
But I
daddy
don't
drama.
watch the show. I don't watch this show.
Okay.
But no,
Cool.
that's do well. One thing I could ask is when it comes to
Okay.
married at first sight,
Mm-hmm.
is there anyone you feel that's an automatic in your head won't make it?
Automatic, yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm like, I need my notes. I forgot who they were. Hold on. I got to write on my phone. Let me pull it up.
Hold on a second, Raphael. We'll bring you up in a second.
Jacob and Haley. That 10-year age gap is a no for me. I think Chris and Paige is going to make it because, like I said, I think Paige is going to be with her boo, whoever it is, come hell or high water, and it just so happens to be Chris. Vincent and Brianna, I can see them making it.
He don't need a whole spiel. He said a solid no.
Ryan and Clara is a no.
They're a no for me too. That's a solid no for me. Ryan and Clara, the one who we saw half of their wedding. It's a no for me.
Eric and Virginia is also a no.
That's the one with the wedding. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you, concern. The one with the wedding. That's the young lady I believe that said she's not being submissive, right?
No.
That's not the same one? I know it was a...
Oh. I think it was Virginia because she was the party girl who doesn't like to wear lingerie.
Yeah. Yeah, but the one that got half a wedding is a solid no for me. He's way too boring. He's way too structured. What he wants to do, what he does is A, B, C, and then back to A, B, and C. So I don't see it working. But listen, I wish everybody the best, honestly. And I would like a good season. I don't want any like nonsense like we have for the past 2 seasons. So let's bring up, we have Devontae and Raphael back. So we're going to bring them both back up. So here we go.
Oh, how y'all doing?
Hey.
What's up, Devontae?
What's happening? I know I'm late.
What's good?
What y'all talking about?
We're talking about Ready to Love. We talked about Married at First Sight. We talked about Love After Lockup. We just
talking. I did not watch Ready to Love yet.
You haven't. You didn't miss nothing.
Okay.
It was so boring.
I watch it at work with my homeboy. I got one of my young guys hip to it.
Okay. Did you get him hip to our channel so he can hear our reviews?
Oh, he ain't.
I'll
get him hip to that, but I don't think he ain't.
That's okay.
I'll get him hip to it. But yeah, I watched Married at First Sight yesterday.
What'd you think about it?
Oh man,
what do you think
pastors, all the pastors was killing me.
Huh?
Can
I said all the pastors was killing me.
Yeah, hold on, Devontae.
Can I ask y'all a question? Mm-hmm. What is Married at First Sight? If you don't mind me asking.
You've never seen season 12.
No, I never seen it. So that's why I'm asking. Like, what is Married at First Sight? And do y'all review 90 Day Fiance?
We did, but that got so boring.
We used to do 90 Day Fiance, but it became different subcategories of 90 Day Fiance, so we stopped doing it, but we do have older videos of it. But really quick, Married at First Sight is 5 couples. It's kind of like an arranged marriage by experts in different cities. This season is Atlanta. Last season it was New Orleans, who get married sight unseen. They have 8 weeks to decide if they want to stay married. That's pretty much the show.
Wow.
Yeah. You have to start watching. It comes on Wednesday nights.
When?
Yeah, Wednesday.
Okay. I'm gonna start watching it because I know people that review the show and I watch people reviews. I'm just like I'm lost. I watch the reviews, but I'm not watching the show.
Gotcha. Okay, well, hold on. Let's get back to Devontae. Let's hear his take on Married at First Sight, then we'll get back into Love After Lockup. Devontae, do you also watch Love After Lockup?
Yep.
Okay, then you got somebody to talk about it with too. So what do you think about Married at First Sight so far? Who's your standout this year?
The standout? I don't know if I have a standout yet. Maybe what's the girl, the 28-year-old flight attendant? What's her name?
We gotta look
at flight attendant.
You mean, does she give you Christina vibes?
I thought the same thing. I was like, not another flight attendant.
Right.
I don't know. I
I
think
really gotta
ESPN was
start
kind of
watching this
like
show.
doing too much.
So what do you think
Go
about,
on Lifetime.com. I think it's free.
yeah, lifetime.com if you can't wait till Wednesdays to see the show.
Or on
But
YouTube.
or on YouTube. But Devontae. So my standout, if you saw our
Mm-hmm.
review, is Chris and Paige. I think they're gonna be the front runner just for the drama. Chris is the
Oh
flashy one.
yeah, because it's
Go ahead.
yeah, because it seems like he's her typical. It seems like they hooked her up with exactly what she said she always get. Like the fake, she want a God fearing and whatever, but they all like her brother said, you had that before, and it's always something. And he looked like, first of all, he was just engaged 3 months ago. Why'd you want
Right.
married at first sight? And then your pastor
Exactly.
said, as long as she what he say, as long as she's God fearing and fine. What? What?
Well, I think you need to talk
Wait.
about that because
Okay. I really gotta watch this show.
you do.
You should have knew the pastor was shady by his hairline. Mom didn't want me to
Hey, I seen it. That Ben
He
Gay
said
was
that in his comments.
dripping.
He said that in his comments. I read it. Yeah. So
You
I
seen his little side? I seen his side. I was like, that look a little wet.
not Devontae. But here's the thing. So new thing this year, there's divorcees and age gaps. What do you think about that? And do you have
Yeah.
that you think is a solid yes, or do you think you have a couple or couples that's a solid no? Because my solid no and Cassandra's solid no is the couple that got married yesterday. They are a solid no for me because he's just way too boring in his
Who who was that? That
Ryan,
was
Ryan and Clara, the first interracial couple.
was that Clara and
Ryan,
dang,
the bodybuilder and the hair to the side.
was he the one at the bachelor party talking to the strippers?
No, that was
No.
Vincent.
Oh, that
Wait,
was Vincent.
wait. I gotta watch this show for real.
Yeah, you missing
I'm
out. It's
sorry.
drama this year. But
I gotta watch this show. What is going on?
Yeah, he
exactly.
was
I
talking to
know.
strippers
But
and he was like, oh, you know how they can perceive me on camera? Well, you're right, Vince. That's how we perceive you on camera.
No, like you gave Vincent a pass. I was like, no, I don't approve of this.
I don't see Erica. I mean, Eric and Virginia working. First of all, he all conservatives like he think, and it was just hilarious when they was just like, he was like, I hope my wife ain't acting a fool and drinking shots. Did
Well,
she
she was. She was
what?
drunk and throwing up, weren't
Oh
she?
yeah, she was told back. But
Vincent.
I just don't see them working unless like she's just gonna like bring him out of that conservative shell and maybe they can do things. I don't know. But if she got abandonment issues and he's a pilot, what's gonna happen? I don't get
Well,
it.
hopefully he'll take her.
I don't get it. I don't get it either. Because if she have abandonment issues and he's a pilot, he's going to be gone a whole lot.
Yeah.
So I'm not understanding. But what season is this?
12.
12.
Oh, okay. I don't get it because maybe this not the person that she should be married. I don't think this is the person that she should be marrying just based off of what you were saying, sir. I don't think that they should be getting married at all because he's a pilot.
Well, they're getting
Hey, they make
married.
money.
But they
Shoot.
don't know each other. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't. They don't know things about each other yet until
See,
at the altar.
Go
Hey,
ahead.
Oh,
wait till they get into the sky.
you know,
Let's take
I heard
shots.
Go ahead,
I
Cliff.
heard Janice say a while ago. I heard Janice say on her channel a while ago that she feel that they put people together that's on opposite ends of the spectrum to be together with different philosophies compared to the way it was. And maybe that's what they're doing.
Well,
Yeah,
some of their philosophies just don't make sense. Why would you put somebody that got
Exactly.
abandonment issues with somebody that's gonna be gone
Somebody
all the
on
time?
all the
Because
time.
it's good for TV.
Huh?
because they
That was Jenna's point. It'll be good for TV, not good
Oh,
for a
okay.
marriage.
Oh, TV. Okay, okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that.
excuse me, because they
I
think
guess.
stability, and Eric can give Virginia some stability that she didn't have in her family. Like her dad's not really supportive of it. So it kind of seems like she probably has like a hint of daddy issues on top of it. But the whole thing always goes back to the experts needing to actually do their job with
Right.
counsel these people
Mm-hmm.
to help them with their marriage because they're just like, throwing them in the marriage and be like, good luck, but we'll check in every now and then. That's like this going. Like, no, help these people
Yeah,
out.
I wonder how involved they're gonna be this year because like they was just letting everything burn down and then like, so how y'all doing? Like,
You know what? They'll have no excuses this year not to do Zoom, Skype, none of that stuff. Because I read that they started filming Atlanta in July, August. By one of our subscribers said that. So we were just seeing the reunion, or no, they were just getting the swing of things from New Orleans. So maybe that's why they didn't have time because they were doing two shows at the same time.
Atlanta more open than the capital.
Right?
Okay. You got that. You got that right. And it should be during this time. And I'm not gonna say the word, but we know what's going on. It should be. It should be locked down, just like Michigan should.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
But
but yeah, I don't like the one girl, Clara. I don't like her.
I don't like her
She
either.
was a little like
From her.
just judging people. I'm the most soberest person. Like you sober at your bachelorette party. Why? You supposed to be drunk. I mean, you ain't got to get like Virginia, but take a couple
right.
shots. I'm like, I mean, you at a bachelor.
Uh,
This is literally the point. This your last night to get told back, and nobody
Mhm.
gonna judge you. You know,
Right.
you're not a
Mhm.
wife
yeah,
yet.
right, right.
Yeah.
I know. I know. When I get married, I'm gonna get towed up.
Yeah, my
It's gonna
bachelor
be
party was
over.
weak. Mine was weak.
Oh, me too. I'm getting towed up,
Um,
But
but
I
not to the but not to the point where I'm not gonna show up to my wedding, but to the point where I'm gonna be like, what happened?
that's funny. But I hope that this Married at First Sight, honestly, if you watched our prediction show, if you didn't, I gave a no, maybe no to one couple and a maybe. And honestly, that was being generous because I, if I really go with my first mind just by the things I saw yesterday, I still have only one yes, and the rest are no.
Who's your yes?
Brianna and Vincent.
I don't know. I like
But,
them.
but
I
then,
like them.
but then when she was talking, she was also, she said she started off with a slow start at first, and she takes time to warm up. But then she started to get like a little snooty to me, and I was like, well, maybe she's trying to, I don't know, jockey for position with the women. I don't know, but we'll see. But they were just from what they presented, they're my number one couple. So we'll have to see. I don't know.
Yeah, she's not as nitpicky as she was saying, cause she killed me with the you're not gonna put the bowl in the dishwasher. Like, girl, just put the bowl in the dishwasher. You don't have to
What?
take you don't
Yeah, I
have
don't
to
like
take
that.
That
care.
Oh, you
I
right
that
would
about
have
that.
hate
that
for my wife to come
that.
find me to say, why you didn't put the bowl? Like, you right there, just put it. Now, if I do it every 2 seconds, I understand. But come on now.
Gotcha.
Come on, that's being a little bit too nitpicky
Yeah.
because if I just go put it in the dishwasher, I'm one of them types too. So I agree with you. I'm one of them types. That's just too nitpicky. If I
Gotcha.
do it on a every like on a daily basis, then I can see it. But
Mhm.
every once in a while, just put it in the dishwasher. That you being too nitpicky at that point.
There you go. But Devontae, before you
Oh
came
no,
on,
before you say something,
okay.
Cliff was gonna say something.
Oh,
I'd have left it in the sink. Just saying. I'd have left it. I ain't even lying to you. I'd have left it in the sink.
Cliff, you
I'd have
petty.
left
See,
it in the sink
you
because
gonna get
I
a
ain't like her
divorce on
attitude.
day one.
No, I ain't like her attitude, and it's too bossy. And no, last time I checked, she ain't my mama or my daddy. No,
I got
it'd have
the
been left in
bossiness
that sink.
too. I got the bossiness too with that. That's why I said that.
And
But
she bought
Yeah,
it.
it seems like she's bossy. I would have left it in there too, and I would have, and if she would have said something to me about it, I would have walked out, got in my car, and went somewhere, probably to my brother's house.
over a
Get,
bowl.
like, like, bro, do you know what my wife? She just chewed me out over a bowl in the sink. He gonna be like, "What?" He gonna be like, "That's stupid."
That's a lot of
See,
extra.
with people with people like her, right? If they feel they can boss you, they're gonna continue to do it. So even when it's sometimes with those type of people, even if it's small, you got to make a statement to let them know like it's not going to happen.
Yeah, you gonna have to. Gonna be the one. You gonna have to be like, who you talking to? Who's you? Who? You gonna have to just do a full circle. Like, are you talking to
I guess.
Maybe. No.
Maybe.
I remember she told Taylor to sit down.
who is Taylor?
Wait, who?
Right.
That's her name. Whatever the girl. Wait, maybe I'm thinking of the wrong name.
Yeah, Taylor.
I forget
You
her
know,
name.
you got us on season what 9? Like Taylor, who's gonna be able to sit up? I don't know, but I think I know you're talking about. I think she told Claire to sit up. Honestly,
Oh, Brianna?
yeah, because Claire was rubbing people the wrong way at the bachelorette party. That bachelorette party was a mess to me. They didn't seem like they. Only one person seemed like they was having a good time.
Than you.
so, but Devontae, before you came on, Raphael was talking about he watches Love After Lockup, and he
Uh-huh.
was
and,
about
and I
Sarah.
review it.
Yeah, he reviews it too. He
Oh,
was talking about Sarah and Michael. What do you think about Sarah and Michael?
they probably her. Uh, they probably. I don't know. They probably tied with Lamar and that girl. I just don't
No,
know.
don't start that.
No, the
Don't start.
yeah, they're tied with Lamar and Andrea, which I'm about to chew them out on my review tomorrow because she got mad. I saw on this episode she got mad and drove was trying to take her kids to a hotel, and Tennyson was like, "No, I'm not going," and I didn't blame him. Like she's taking, she's going way overboard. Like I said last week, she's taking things way overboard. But go ahead, Dante. Go ahead. But she takes things overboard to
Um,
me.
Andrea and Sarah are in two different ballparks, but Andrea is not my girl. She says that to get under my skin. That's not because I really don't like to say I don't like somebody, but I truly do not. Let me rephrase it. I truly do not like Andrea. Point. Period. Blank. She needs to pick a side.
I don't like Andrea either because this is my thing with Andrea. You she don't accept Lamar for who he is.
True.
That's she don't accept him for who he is. She wants to change him into this person that is on this straight and narrow, and for the most part, he is.
Well,
But
her
this
whole
is the thing from
her whole dynamic is wrong. Like the how they got hooked up, how Priscilla came to be. You know, if she really wants to have her religion out front, then she needs to do that
Yeah.
storm in the same breath. You know, and she's just
And, and my thing is she's trying to push her religion onto Lamar.
yeah. What do you think
And
of?
my thing with that is she needs to stop. Like you can't push a religion onto someone. I
Sure.
understand that's your religion, but let Lamar have his own. Everybody, even though they married or whatever, they might be every like Andrea, Lamar. There are two different individuals that have two different ways of thinking at this point.
Right.
True. What you
And
think?
also with Lamar having a daughter, what is her problem with his oldest daughter? Like, what is your problem?
She acts
And
like
then she
her daughter is a side piece. That's how she acts like to me.
exactly like what is your issue? That's his daughter, and at the end of the day, he's 100% right about that. But what I didn't agree with him on is having his daughter lie to her mother. That's
Okay.
the only thing that I didn't agree with him on. But besides that, I think Lamar good. But I think she's going to lose him if she don't quit all this foolishness. It's
Right.
foolishness. I mean, seriously. But I'm gonna let somebody else go. Dante, what you think?
Uh, uh I I mean she I do like Lamar. I mean, I just feel like she be pushing his buttons for no reason. That's why I tend to don't even want to go on this little mission. Even though I don't know why he trying to go on the mission. I don't know what's up with that Mormon. That's too much. You got 3 years or whatever. Like, do you get a check? Do you get a check going on the mission?
No, you don't.
No.
Is it like charity work?
It's charity work. Yeah.
Well, he already doing his charity work, breaking up his mom and Lamar. He ain't got to go on there. That's his mission right there. That's his little mission right there.
Exactly.
He
Right.
doing too
Yeah,
much.
that show is a mess. That show is a mess. This season, last season, I think one of my favorite couples, just based on the drama on this, is Angela and Tony.
Oh yeah, Tony.
they
Turn
Yeah,
that
uh,
smoker's voice.
yeah.
yeah, it sounded like she smoked 100 cigarettes an hour. Like
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Oh,
What
sounded
other
like
you
I
know who I
mean
saw? Puppy. What's her name? And the other girl?
Amber?
First of all,
Amber.
know that's one. But two, Amber got a side boo in prison
Mm-hmm.
besides Puppy.
Oh, I knew she wasn't fully gay. I knew it. I was like, she about to
I
be on that.
knew it.
She
I
was waiting
knew
on
it.
no
I
shit.
knew it.
Like that's prison
She
love.
she she was gay for the state. That's basically it, and that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, because
Gotcha.
I didn't like. I mean, like when she as much as she was talking about Puppy, like as soon as she got out, I didn't. It was just like, hey, girl, like
Yeah.
then her mom, no hanky panky. I'm like, y'all so country, oh hanky panky, like.
Well, that's what our mom said. I mean, I don't
Well,
know.
y'all, since y'all watching Ready to Love, I don't really care. I'm gonna watch it anyway. Who stayed together?
They didn't get into that. They didn't at all. What they okay.
We'll
Well,
recap it for it. Let's go back over it. Okay.
so what happened was in the beginning of the show, they went over Alicia being pregnant. Not by who, not when, just her being pregnant and congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
Move past it.
Hold on, Raphael. We'll bring you up.
Then hold on, let me go back to the notes because there really wasn't anything at all.
Right. And not only did they skirt past it, Tom, she's like, oh yeah, it's with a successful businessman, stuff like that. And then in the same breath, we learned that David has been at her house a time or two. Now, how are you with somebody if David's been at your house a time or two? I'm just asking.
I thought he ain't want to take care of them kids. Okay.
Yeah, that she admitted that that wasn't a misunderstanding.
Oh.
Right. Right.
And then they went into the Brian thing with Alicia.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Brian thing with Alex, and how he said that Alex didn't really give him the chance to be who he could have been for her because she wasn't really opening up to her. She was guarded. And then she brought up the fact, like, but I told you about my domestic violence situation twice.
Right.
How's that being guarded?
Right. And Brian, he apologized to, once again, another misunderstanding.
And they working it out now, right? They're
No,
supposed to be going on a date. That's them?
that's David.
That's David and Alex are going out on a real date. They've already gone out before, but to pursue something outside the show.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the guy who got in? Wait a minute. Who's the guy who got in trouble for waving his finger, even though I didn't feel he was putting it? That's David.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he waved his finger either. I think it's just the way that he
I didn't
talked.
either.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they went into that Simone, Winter Joy scene and how they thought Simone was being messy. And then Simone was like, well, Joy was being messy because she brought it back to Winter. And then she called Joy Winter's sister wife, and I died.
Yeah, well, I didn't think that was funny.
She called who?
Joy and Winter's sister wives.
But when she called them sister wives, I mean, she was like all up in her chair, like, this and that, and you don't know this, and you don't know that, and all the stuff that happened behind the scenes. And they did do behind the scenes with Jay.
Right.
That showed a few things with Simone that we didn't see, like they were kind of like getting close, and he was telling her things, similar things he was saying to Winter.
Right.
And the look on Joy's face was one of fire. And Jay had to tell her, on the hot mic, like, calm your face down, because she was looking like, I'll catch you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so they must be together. If he telling her she can calm her face down, they must be together.
So then, after she called them sister wives, she got up to cry, Simone. Then she asked Joy for a hug, talk about, well, I never meant anything. And then Joy was like, girl, I don't mean no bite either.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking
let's say that she should win an Oscar for crying.
Yeah, in the same breath, right? And so, right, and then we see scenes with Jay going behind the scenes, going to his room at like 1 a.m. a few times, and we see Winter following behind him and then coming back from down the hall at a little after 3 a.m. She's like, oh, well, we just want to talk outside of production. I'm like, well, that's the time to talk outside of production.
I mean, they grown at the end. I mean, you can.
That's my point. I know.
We already gone. Everybody already gone. Like, oh nah, they ain't just talking. But I mean, at the end of the day, they grown, and it's not like these 20-year-olds. These is grown people. Like, this is.
Wait a minute, you got a 20-year-old sitting next to me, so
Oh well. 20-year-olds really don't care.
That's true.
Gonna bounce room to room tonight.
That's true too. And
Mom, would you do a show like this?
I said she should.
I don't know. What's the age criteria?
I don't know. I think, Mom, you might get in there. Go on in there and get you an Edwin.
You know what? Edwin was my pick, but Edwin is a little too young for me. He's 39. I'm on the road to 50. And Edwin, for those of you watching, let me tell you Mom's criteria.
But somebody on there was 41.
I'm a little older than 41, Chris.
I believe one of the ladies was 41.
I'm a little older.
You ain't that far off.
Oh, yes, I am.
You're like 45. You're not that far off.
Okay. Thank you, though. But because I had, if you watch my Married Young, because I had Cassandra Early and her brother early.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my son is going to be 29 in March. I'm not even 50 yet. You see what I'm saying? And I'm also a grandmother to a young girl that's in elementary school. So my criteria is different because you could be in my age group and have kids like Edwin, like 7, 8. I don't want to go down that road. I've been there, done that. You know, he would have to be spectacular for me to even reconsider that. You know what I'm saying? I could do what, when, where, now. You know what I'm saying? So there's not too many men in my age group who maybe, I'm not saying starting young is the best thing, but are at the level where kids are concerned. I'm not saying career, where kids are concerned that would take him out the loop for long term for me. So he would have to like really, really knock me off my feet and my adult children off their feet too. You know what I'm saying? So there's a difference for me. But would I get that show? Yeah. I don't know. It's a maybe. It depends on what the criteria is. Now, even though I'm on the road to 50, I don't want someone that's 50 and
I know you don't. Well, you know you don't want no old man.
Thank you. I want him to still be, you know, upbeat, traveling, do stuff to R&B, a little hip hop, a little rap, just a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Not judge you for going to a lounge.
Not judging me for going to a lounge. I just had that like recently in my life. You know? But I would consider it. Put it like that. I would consider it.
Well, yeah, you should go on, and then when they ask to bring friends or family, you just bring me.
But then everybody would be in the comments. You know, that's mom from Millennial Mom. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in the comments like, "Woo! I can't wait till the show up. We gonna get the real scoop."
Exactly. So that's my answer, Cliff. Would you go on the show if you're not in a relationship?
No, not my cup of tea.
So why would you ask me?
Because we two different people. And you got a different outlook.
That's true.
Like I know, like I wouldn't do Married at First Sight either.
No. Well, first of all, I think we're out the realm for first sight over 40. I don't think unless you do an over 40 version.
Oh no, I think that might be boring though.
See,
I just
if
feel
like
I was okay with being on TV. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, man. My bad.
Okay. I said if I was okay with being in the spotlight, I don't think there's nothing wrong with Ready for Love, but I don't think I would want to be on TV. Because you know a lot comes with that.
For sure.
That's true.
The dating part I don't have a problem with.
Yeah, a little more of your personality would come out, things that you may not know that you say, but you get scrutinized for. But
well, I know I couldn't be on there. Woo-wee. I'll be on TMZ. Vontae said what? Like,
yeah. So.
Oh well, I'm gonna still watch it regular. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. I don't care. I'm gonna watch it because I rewatch it. Yeah, I rewatch it with my wife because I watch it at work and then I come home act like I ain't never seen. Like, oh my god, I wonder what's going on.
But the end. I'm gonna tell you the end. Hold on a second, Raphael. We'll bring it back in a second. The ending of the show when they talked to Jay and Joy to see if they were still together. They didn't confirm. They didn't deny. But I appreciate him, you know, leaving the show to come be with her. You know, how he came to her service, stuff like that. And then they showed the clip with behind the scenes where Denise actually gave a speech to the group. Remember, we only saw Tommy say that because of death. But they showed Denise saying, oh, well, Joy came to me and she told me that she wanted me to give a message to you all about, you know, how she wanted y'all to keep going and you know, go through the process. She's rooting for you, you know, different little stuff like that. And Joy said when the clip was over, she was like, girl, I didn't tell you to say that. You did not. I did not tell you to say that.
So Denise really crazy. Oh my
So, right. And then Denise was like, well, you know, I called to tell you about it. She said, yeah, you told me about it, but you didn't tell me you said all this, what I'm seeing now. She said, well, I apologize. And that set off the whole cast because next week for the reunion, I'm talking backstage about like why would she say that and all this and that, you know, kind of like
Rashid calls her a narcissist.
Yeah, reverse, he calls her a narcissist. So they're kind of like talking about her. And doesn't see what she did wrong. But also next week, Calfani sitting next to Adriana, looks like Adriana's upset about something. Calfani said when he came home, I'm assuming from the show, he found a note on his door. And I'm thinking, well, who's the note from? From Denise? Or from your child's mother, because he has a 1-year-old. So he had a note on his door, and Adriana was upset about that.
Yes.
And I
Do y'all
seen
think they stayed
Rasheed's
together?
face. Rasheed was broke out like hell.
Yeah, he was.
I was like, damn. I was like, is this TV that good or?
Do I think Kalfani and Adriana's together? I don't know. I don't think so. Oh, Devontae, one thing on this episode, we see that Anthony and Winter aren't together. But I always thought they were rebound anyway.
Who was surprised by that?
Right.
He was his second, and all soon Jay said,
No. They said they worked it out.
They're rekindling. They broke up, but now they're rekindling because
Girl.
Winter didn't like the way Anthony was speaking to her with such passion in his voice.
Yeah, because they got into it about finances. Now, where have we heard that?
I
Mm-hmm.
ain't surprised. Well, I hope that. I don't know. I didn't think they was gonna work it out. Cause I mean, he keep on. You're not gonna push me to do what you want to do, and I'm like, man, you was on Ready to Love. If you're not ready to love, why are you on Ready to Love? You're not ready to love one day. This is Ready to Love now.
Right. Exactly. So though we got a couple little clips, but next week hopefully they bring the noise, because we have everybody else to go through. Danaya, like I said, Kalfani, Denise, Rashid, Adriana, all that is next week. So this episode, I mean, it was boring. You'll be skimming through some parts, I'm sure.
They played it. I knew it was too good to be. They had to suck another episode out of us.
Yep, they did.
Like Married at First Sight. That was on my end. It was 2 hours on Lifetime, but I know on regular on TV time it was 3.
Oh my God, it was 3 hours, and then we filmed it. It was a struggle, even though we filmed it. Honestly, we did a one and done film. I was surprised. Like, let's just get it over with, and then we went to bed because we were tired. So
yeah, no, that was ridiculous.
Yeah, we finished filming. It went off at what 11:10, and then we finished filming about 11:45. We was on it. We was done.
What time is it where y'all at?
Right now?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's 8:42. So when Married at First Sight comes on for us, because we have a certain provider.
I switched from a satellite provider to regular cable. So when we had satellite, it came on 3 hours earlier.
It came on at 6. Now it comes on at 8. And since it was 3 hours, and it was 3 hours of nothing, and I'm really upset at Lifetime for doing this to us. It didn't end till 11 o'clock. And then 11 o'clock till about 12 when we filmed. And people got to get up in the morning to teach children and all that other stuff. Like, I was tired.
Children, praise God, they need it.
Yes,
Lord.
she is a teacher. But I edited it though. It took me an hour. It took forever to upload. But
it's 8 o'clock out there because it is 11:43 here.
Yeah, I know it's late for you guys. Yeah, it's still early for us.
But yeah, but my wife, we did that with my wife too. We switched to YouTube TV, and they ain't even got Lifetime.
What?
Ain't no Lifetime.
Just use the Lifetime app.
Yeah, but it ain't free. I don't think it's free, is it? Like they'll unlock some episodes for you. Like I think like you gotta wait a week. Like I don't want to wait a week.
Yeah, when you're trying to watch it from like some apps and stuff, you gotta wait like a week. But if you got like a Fire Stick and you jailbreak it, you can watch any show you want.
Yeah, that's what I do. I just get it on the Fire Stick. Yep.
Don't we talk about no illegal stuff on here? We just got
we just got to 1,000. So don't get no illegal.
Ain't gonna, I mean, I don't even think it's illegal no more. It's so many YouTube channels showing you how to do that.
Because honestly, I'm not paying $200 for cable. For the channels that I want to watch, it's not worth it.
Yeah, that's why I switched to YouTube TV. It's like $70, but I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
$70 for YouTube TV.
I mean, yeah, it's cable. I mean, I think it's a good deal compared to, I mean, $150.
For
Yeah.
70? Whew.
Oh, for
I,
real?
I,
Ellie Ellie, or is it Ellie Ellie? Or I said it wrong.
I, I,
Nah,
I
you got it right.
did
It's
watch.
Ellie Ellie.
Oh, okay.
I
Oh,
did watch a little bit of Ready to Love, and I got into it, but then I stopped watching it. But I've been watching people reviews, and it's like I got to get back into it, but I'm super late because I can't remember the last couple I saw.
Ready to Love is over now.
No, I gotta wait till
Exactly. See what I'm saying? It's over.
Ellie, don't watch Ready to Love. You just need not to get on YouTube at all.
Right. Yeah, it's different. I like last season of Ready to Love much better.
well, because last season had a lot of drama.
Well, that's why I liked it better, I guess. I don't know. I don't know.
Forgot who was on the last. Was that the season with what was the guy name? What was it name?
That play football. That play football. I can't think of his name right now. There was an
London.
yeah, London.
Oh yeah, I follow them on Instagram. So
Are
yeah.
they still together?
Who?
London and the girl he was with.
There's nobody at
He
the
did?
end. I don't think so, or something happened.
One still together is the dude who left Tondi.
Oh, Mario.
Yeah, Mario and Tondi still together. Not Tondi.
Oh, the other lady.
Yeah, they.
Okay, I can't think of her name right now.
Yeah, they
That
still.
was so scandalous. That was scandalous.
I was scared. I mean, but they still together, so maybe he was right.
Okay, all
It
right.
might be right for right now, but that's not gonna last too long by how they got together.
That karma.
Mhm. That is definitely karma. So, anything else we want to talk about? We're gonna do our 1,000 subscriber giveaway for those who entered.
Oh, I missed that part too.
I missed out.
Do you watch the end of our videos? Because you watch to the very end, that's where I put the little messages.
Well, you don't have to watch it, and it's always in the comments usually.
That too. But if you read,
Okay.
yeah,
I didn't even watch it. Once y'all get to when y'all be like, all right, dang, I'm like, all right. I need to start going to watch. Because I watch like 5 reviews. I'll be like, I'm watching
I get it.
I'm watching him.
Okay.
You were like, okay,
Yeah, I watch.
My
Yeah,
comments.
because I watch so many people. Like,
Gotcha.
save me too. I watch a lot of people too. Sometimes you just have to see.
I get it. Well, I put it at the end for future reference. Any giveaways? I talk about it at the end of the video.
Well, that's all right. It's my fault. I should have stayed. I should have watched it to the end.
Well, at least she was honest.
yeah,
Well,
I did. Yeah,
This is for a
yeah.
$50 either e-Visa gift card or to a big box store of your choice for a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. And our winner is
Max Mirror.
Max Mirror.
Ooh, congrats, Max.
The price is right or something.
Congrats.
So we will email you, Max Mirror. We will be in touch.
Yeah. But thank y'all for getting us first off to 1,000.
Thank you so much, everyone watching.
That's amazing.
Everyone in the replay, we really appreciate it. We haven't been on YouTube quite a year yet, almost, and we're at 1,000. We really appreciate it. Didn't think we would.
That's really good.
Congrats. Some people ain't making it.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You said we're going live next week for the reunion?
Oh, I thought you were talking about We're the First Sight. I'm like, no, not yet.
We're going live next week for part 2 of Ready to Love reunion, probably the same time, Eastern and Pacific, and then the following week for Married at First Sight. Well, when they get to the honeymoons, that's when we go live for Married at First Sight.
4 episodes later, you know how to.
I know.
They don't drag it out.
Yeah, Ross have to to start watching so you know what we're talking about.
And review it too.
Yeah.
Wonder where they're gonna send them since the pandemic. I wonder they probably
I
gonna
mean,
go to Mexico.
it's Atlanta, so they could do something there in Atlanta in their city.
Where'd New Orleans go? They should go to the same place because they filmed around the same time.
No, that was pre-pandemic.
Oh.
This is pandemic.
Right. Right.
Well, we'll find out.
Yes.
We'll find out. They're gonna go somewhere, I'm sure.
Send them to Florida.
Yep.
Well,
So-
anyways, you guys can also subscribe to Raphael Hardwick on his YouTube channel because he also does reviews for not Ready to Love, excuse me.
Love After Lockup. And what else,
Lockup.
Raphael?
Mm-hmm.
That's the only one I'm doing right now. Because I haven't seen no shows that I want to review. Like, so I do Love After Lockup. And it's going to be very interesting because I got something I want to, like I said about Michael and Sarah. Then I got something that I want to say about Brittany and Marcelino because I feel like at this point she needs to stop stressing herself out
I
and
feel
like let it be
worse.
what it is gonna be because at the end of the day you can't make a person want to do something and I understand
Right.
but you can't make them want to change. They gotta want to do it on their own, and
Mhm.
that's my thing.
Okay. Did you have
And
something?
I had to realize that too.
Gotcha. Did you say something else, Devontae, too?
Oh, I was just saying that I said I fast forward between Brittany and whatever her husband name is.
Marcelino?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Marcelino,
storyline.
what?
It's the same thing. Her mom drugs. She's trying to figure it out. I'm like, bro, why are they still on? Like this, that ain't even drama. They need to. They don't even need to be on TV. Why? Like you doing that to your mom? Like she already on drugs. I won't put that on TV.
Yeah.
Well, I agree with you on that. I
Mhm.
agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I would go Ayada fix my life, something like that.
The drug dealer's really gonna got to go after her mama now. Oh, you getting a little check? Come on, girl.
They be wild in Vegas, so I've heard.
I already know. But I don't know yet until I come down there.
I told you, let us know when you come. And our email is in the link, too, if you didn't know.
I got you. I'm
Email
just
us anytime.
Vegas like
Hey.
open or what is it going? Like what can you? It's like what's open? Just the bars?
Hold on, let me backtrack. Everything is not open. Most places are open, but it's 25% capacity. So
Right.
anything after 25% is like you have to wait in line. But bars, I think you can mostly walk in. I know restaurants for sure,
Mhm.
reservation.
Yeah, reservation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And we have another
Extended lockdown through
So-
February 15th. So now's the time to come.
I don't think we coming that soon. But I want to get the. I told my wife I want to get the real Vegas experience. I don't want to be there with no mask. I said I'm trying to go there when it's.
Governor is on it.
I
Our
know that's
governor,
gonna be long.
Right. I'm trying to go to Vegas so I can party and have fun.
well, bring your mask because our governor don't play about that at all. He
I
said,
don't blame her.
mask on.
No, that's I that's why I'm not gonna go until after this whole virus is over, which won't be for some years down the line. But I wanna have fun and I'm
Gotcha.
saving to go to Vegas. So yeah.
So what's your full Vegas experience,
Wait, hold
Devontae?
on. Go to clip.
Cassandra,
Yes.
because I feel like saying this to your mother and Chloe is not helping me. I need you to make sure that y'all do a collab for Married at First Sight this season, okay? Because going to Chloe and your mom is not, it ain't working for me. So I need you to make that happen, okay?
No, I messaged her and I
don't believe it until I see it. It's been it's season 3 that I've been asking.
Promise. I messaged her and I asked her when she was available because I know she does like the comment reads and stuff, so I don't want to mess with that timeline that she has. And we definitely want to do it after the wedding and the honeymoon because I mean, who knows how long it's going to take. So that's when like the real stuff happens and we can learn more about Chris. You know, maybe we might like Chris. He might rub us a different way than now.
That conversation just happened like a couple days ago. So it's already in the works, Cliff. Already in the works.
Believe it when I see it. Just say it.
Okay. All right.
Hard for 3 seasons.
Okay. We're definitely going to make it happen this year. Plus, we're going to invite another small YouTuber on to join when they're available because they asked us last season as well if they can collab on shows too. So
yeah, and other YouTubers who want to join.
Yeah, and anybody else who wants to join, small, large, whoever, we're open, willing, and ready to join.
Anybody you want to name that wanted to, or you don't want to put that out yet?
Oh no, just this show. I know they wanted to. They're the ones who did it last season with us. They did a couple lives with us. Well, when they joined with us. I wouldn't mind doing it with like the other ones. I don't know if they really like know our channels like that, like Linda or Talisa or like Amici Jazz or
you still going on
Rosa.
Hold on, I ain't hear. Hold on, because you know I know people. Who did you just say? Because I didn't hear you. What was the name?
Just the normal people that I'm sure that you already watched.
You said Darlinda and who? Lavita Rosa. Don't she go by Pinky or something like that?
I don't know. I
think
that's
yeah.
That's Pinky.
I know Kamisha is starting to do hers now. I would love to do one with Bondi because I know she does hers
Bondi
now.
for sure. Yeah. Just whoever wants to. I mean, doesn't matter if you're a smaller channel like us or larger because everybody had to start somewhere. If you want to collab, that's fine. We're open to that. So whoever, if you know people, if you want to put something there, no problem. Devontae, you got something to say?
Oh no! I'm sorry. I'm watching the Lakers game too. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I'm not even gonna no comment because I know who you a fan of. No comment.
Already know.
So yeah, Cliff. So whoever, whoever is fine with
No,
us.
Who else?
no.
I'm forgetting her name, but I have her on Twitter.
Ooh.
Cliff knows her for sure.
And Raphael, when you get started, we can also do the review.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Go ahead. My bad, Cliff. Go ahead.
Darlinda, I'm pretty sure if you communicated with her, she would be willing. Because her and Talisa.
She just found her show a couple of weeks ago. She was like, I didn't know you had a show. So she stumbled upon it somehow.
Okay. But I'm pretty sure she was. She's really cool. Talisa's cool. Pinky is cool, but sometimes Pinky is busy. But I even asked her the other day because I told her I want her to start collabing, and she said she had no issues with collabing with other people. I always wanted, you know what, for you two, for some reason, I always wanted y'all to collab with, other than Chloe, of course, Jack and Glenn. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because it's 2 of them or what. I just always wanted that.
Okay. They've come on our channel before and vice versa. But I noticed they start doing things like in the morning. They do their lives in the morning. We can't commit to that in the morning because, we're working. But any other time in the weekend, of course, or weekend.
Cassandra, did you find the person you was talking about?
Yeah, Gabriella Elizabeth.
Your other friend, Gabriella Elizabeth Marie?
I like her.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my people's.
Oh, and Courtney and Eddie. I like them.
She's a good one.
Yeah, Courtney and Eddie.
Oh, and
they're funny. They're funny.
Maybe everybody on YouTube. Go ahead.
No, there's and then we have someone else who's new to
Oh, those on our
doing
Gmail?
Married at First Sight. Yeah, I'm trying to find her.
Cindy.
It's about to be 9 o'clock. I'm discombobulated, and I haven't.
That's true. We haven't eaten yet. We should have ate first.
Well, I shared y'all channel, and I'm in one of the Married at First Sight groups on Facebook.
Uh-huh.
2 of them. So I shared
Okay.
it, and the admin let me share it. So that was cool. I don't know.
Awesome.
No.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they had one. Let me go
Thank
on
you.
Facebook and join the Facebook group.
See,
Oh yeah, they
Yeah.
be all night. They'll be talking all night.
about Mavs and everything else?
Huh?
About Married at First Sight and everything
Oh
else?
yeah, they be going in. Even when Married at First Sight ended, they was still on there. Look at Amani and Woody, they're still together. They was on there. They was a little stalkerish to me. I'm like, all right, y'all doing like let them live. Like, why y'all still reporting on the new season? What are y'all doing?
Right.
It's a little excessive, but yeah, they be it was thick.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
But yeah, next week we'll be back on for live, Ready to Love reunion part 2. Hopefully
probably
they
talk about Married at First Sight as well if nothing happens.
we'll throw the Married at First
Ready to
Sight too,
Love.
for sure. Throw that in.
You know how it's gonna go.
Yep. And if anyone has anything else to say, I know it's late for you guys. Anybody else in the chat? Anything else to add?
It's Friday and it's a pandemic. Nobody. That's really
My bad. Well, you may have to meet up. I don't know.
No, I ain't going nowhere. 12 o'clock, COVID outside, in the house.
Yeah, I gotta. I don't know, but I'll be up this late anyway. I'll be up watching basketball, or whatever I'm doing. So I mean,
Well, it's only 9 o'clock for us, so we're like late. Well, I guess it's late. Technically, right.
but I did with Married at First Sight. I really liked. I like it. I'm liking everybody so far. I mean, I don't feel like none of them probably gonna make it, but I mean, for real, I just don't see it. I'm sorry. Even with I mean, maybe the one couple you said, Vincent and
Brianna.
yeah, maybe if I don't know. It seems like he's gonna have a problem if she bossy, because his friends asked about that, and it seemed like he gonna be like, But I mean, maybe she is not as bossy as she seems, but I don't know.
But you know how the show goes. They come across a certain way, and then they either turn for the worst or.
See, that's what I said about Chris. I'm like, see, I was talking all that smack about Woody, and then he turned out to be the good one. He was everybody was down on him, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I got to double down on Chris. Ain't no way. If he good, I'm done.
Well, he's going to have a alleged pregnancy scare, so I think that's what I'm waiting on.
I bet 3 months ago, that's easy to have a pregnancy.
I know. But yeah, that's what I'm waiting on to see if it's true. Rock the relationship. Yes, Cliff?
I wanted to ask Devontae something. I've been getting a little bit of heat for this comment I've been writing all over YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the women on the Married at First Sight agree with not submitting to their husband. And I know you're recently married. How do you feel about that?
I mean, it ain't really good to me for her to be. I mean, she's submissive a little bit. You know, it's just enough for me. It all depends. Like she don't do what I say like that. First of all, I don't know. She's a Virgo, I'm a Leo, so we already don't technically mix. So you know what I mean? So it's just like, I don't know. Our relationship worked, I guess, basically if she let me be the star. But she gotta be the star too, obviously. But I don't know. I mean, I think it's a new age of women. So you can't, it's not the same kind of women no more. Like that submit stuff. Women out here making 100,000, the men making 50,000. I mean, submit to what? You gonna have to. I don't know. You gonna have to bring.
But money shouldn't matter about submitting to your husband if you believe he should be. you getting married
Yeah,
as him being head to household and submitting don't mean that he boss you or run you.
yeah, yeah.
Ellie, shut up.
Yeah, see, but that's true though. But that's the problem. But that's what everybody, the younger people think. Submit. Oh, ain't nobody about to tell me what to do. That's automatically what they think with submit. They don't really think deeper.
Well, I have a question. I have a question for you, Devontae.
Mm-hmm.
Since Cliff brought it up, so you don't have to say your exact age. Are you between 20 and 30?
No, I'm 27. I don't care about my age.
Oh, you 27? Okay.
I'm 27. She 24.
Okay.
She went after me though.
Okay. Older man kind of thing. Gotcha.
Some. Nah, I feel like I'm way more hip than her. For her to be 24, the only difference is like the phone thing. Like she love her phone. Like I like my phone, but like
Hmm.
she love her phone. Like she don't watch TV type on her phone.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, something drew you together outside the phone and the age difference and all the things you're talking about. So,
Well, how
Yeah.
Cliff's question and put it on you, Mom. Would you submit
I knew
to
you was
your
gonna do this.
husband since we are in two different age gaps? Because I can already tell you my answer if you guys don't already know.
Well, you're in the 20 to 25 age range. What's your answer first?
No.
That's why there's a lot of single women now.
Right.
Cliff, are you?
Wait, you didn't answer the
I will. Are
question.
you between 30 and 50, right? Or 40 and 50? 30 and 40 or 40?
I'll be 40. I'll be 41 in May.
Okay. Well, you're younger than me too.
Man, Cliff is 41. I just knew you was about to be like, I'm 32.
Submissive.
I think you would.
You know what? I come from
Traditional
a
value.
very, very traditional household. And I have a lot of my parents' traditions in me that I try to pass along to my children. But then again, with
Mm-hmm.
someone who doesn't necessarily cook and stuff like that, whatever, I do. I probably would, and I also believe the the household. I will say I've been in a few relationships where I have made more money just based off of my career, but I'm not into the money aspect as long as you have a job, hope preferably a decent job, and you are pulling your both of us. I'm fine with that, but very
Right.
traditional. My parents are Southern Baptists, been married. This year will be 55 years.
Ooh-wee.
They don't smoke, no outside kids. Um, I don't smoke, you know. I may take a sip or two on something, and guess what? My parents have never heard me cuss to this very day, and they better not hear my kids cuss either. So they don't see that from us. It's a different respect level for that. So I think that more than likely would, just based off of what I see in my traditional values. So my answer is yes.
Mm.
To a point, yeah, I would.
Listen to your mama. Listen to your mama. Talking about you want to be on Married at First Sight. Don't want to submit.
I can be supportive.
All right.
Right. That's the only essence she doing. I'm supportive. I don't know. I don't know. That's a mid thing. I don't know. I for real think that come with like probably like your religion too when it come to that. Like
Mm.
I don't know. Like
That plays a part.
I feel like that helped like with us with the religious part. You the man now. Like, oh dang.
Yeah.
I gotta get out 20 degrees and go out and scrape your car off. Even though I ain't
Let
gotta work.
me tell you something. If it was 20 degrees outside, my dad would scrape off my mom's car, my car, and Cassandra's car. Trust that.
I don't know. We ain't had really bad snow, knock on wood, lately in Cincinnati. Like it's
We
so
had snow here in town. He definitely would. Would he not do that? He would definitely do that. He would. He doesn't. He wouldn't let anything slide. Like seriously. Like my mom's the queen and we're the princesses. Still to
oh
this.
yeah.
Yeah. That's how that.
Yeah, I learned that with my wife because my father-in-law was like, you gotta pump the gas, and if you don't put gas in her car when her car gas low, I'm like,
Oh yeah. That's my dad too. So those things were instilled in me. So but see that goes to show though, even though I grew up with my parents and and she grew up with her grandparents, but it is a generational thing because
like how you grew up in your household.
in my household, like the things that I did at home, home, there's no way my kids would be able to slide with that now. Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely, like not making your bed, picking up stuff off the floor. That just wouldn't fly. So I just think, and you're right, Cliff. Married at first sight. First of all, she's not going on. Period. And two, yeah, she would be supportive. She means exactly what she says. This is Cassandra all the time. This is her. This is it.
Did y'all like that they added the little hashtags?
Well, like I said, when I first saw the picture for Married at First Sight, I feel like they're trying to appeal to a younger audience.
Yeah.
So that's what I think that they're doing. And I mean, as long as they don't go like too young, because I still like, that it's like an older aspect, it's about marriage and hopefully about love somewhere down the line with a little bit of
19. I'm cutting this off. That's it.
But if it's like MTV, like I don't watch The Bachelorette or The Bachelor. I mean, I watched it when I was like in elementary school. It's been on for like years. I don't watch that no more.
I've never watched The Bachelor,
but I don't know that kind of show.
The only bone I got to pick with these shows, why everybody all in shape? Like, where's the big love at? Like, ain't nobody want no big girl, no big man. No,
that's what I want to know.
Like, there's some chubby chasers out there that's skinny as a stick and want a nice. I ain't saying they got a 600-pound save my life, but I mean, dang, get somebody who can make some biscuits from scratch on there. Like, what's going on? Like, that's killing me. I'm like, this is not reality for real.
It's not reality.
Like, come on, man. Everybody in shape. He got a 6-pack. She got a 12. Like, no.
Yeah, I agree. So rolling that all the way back around to Ready to Love. If I was ever on Ready to Love, they would have to have that because I like me. I've always liked me. Of course, I've gotten older and I've, put on some extra weight, but that's okay. I like me. And can't nothing no one say up to me make me feel any different. You know what I'm saying? So you have to like a little extra. Because that's
right.
Black.
There's a whole lot of tea on Ready to Love reunion tonight. I think it was Winter and Jay, the late night creep. I'm not gonna forget about that.
Yeah, the late night creep. That I wish we heard more about the late night creep, but Jay was trying to save face with Joy.
He was.
That's why we didn't get any extras with that.
That's why I think they together.
So what they trying to say? They slept together?
I mean, of course that's what they're, but that's not what Winter was saying. And of course that's not what Jay was gonna say.
Right.
Winter OG, she ain't telling nothing.
I don't know. She was a little.
She seemed pressed.
Yeah, she seemed.
Well, her name to be Joy. She looked a little upset tonight.
Yeah, she looked a lot upset with her face. Her face told the story. She needs to get a poker face. I have a good one. You wouldn't know if I'm upset or not, and that's not a good thing for the person on the receiving end. Because I always look like.
Oh, that's got to be scary.
I always look like this. I always have a smile on my face. And I can be just as mad, hot as fish grease.
Cassandra, can you tell her she mad? You can?
Yeah.
Oh, you can. Okay.
I hope you can.
She does something with her lip like.
You know it's true because she just.
When my brother gets mad, he has the same look. Like whenever you get to see my brother, you'll be like, "Yeah, they look like I don't look.
He looks
I
like
don't
me.
look like that."
Would you like them like you were adopted? You.
What you say? I don't look like that.
Girl, you look like your mother.
Yeah, but my son really put some hair on him. He looks like me. That's my twin. And my granddaughter is my triplet. So he really looks like me. I'll have to show his picture one day.
Right. I thought I looked like my mom until like my dad came back in my life. I was like, okay, never mind. I was like, I guess we just got glasses in common. Okay.
Yeah. So Sarah has my cheekbones and stuff like that too. She has a look, but my son is like the male version. So, but anyways, you guys, we're gonna let you go. We appreciate you all coming on with us. We appreciate the support very much. We look forward to interacting with you guys. I love the lives. I try to get her to do more lives, but I promise you all we will be doing lives at least twice a month. At least, at minimum.
I'm gonna try to watch the show on time with y'all next week, so I get on.
Because Sandra was looking at you like, nah.
No, I've been discussing this for months. So even if she doesn't do it, or she's doing something else, I'm coming on regardless. One of us will be on, and it's more than likely will be me.
It's not that I don't want to do it, because I do, just not as often as Mom, and I always try to get her, like, go ahead, go on by yourself. But Mom, even though it's almost been a year and we're at 1,000, it's really different from you saying that you want to do YouTube and start YouTube, and you never did anything with like videography before. And so when you're on here, it's just like another like round, like, oh, maybe I should say this a certain way, or maybe I shouldn't say that, or you're not as comfortable being on here. So still warming up. I'm a little bit more comfortable on camera, I think so, than Mom is, but I'm trying to push Mom into that realm, like, you got this, you can do this, because she's really entertaining. She got jokes for days.
True.
I'll be cracking up.
I'm real corny off camera. Trust me, I'm real corny. I crack jokes all the time.
And she got stories too, like those story times that she has. I'm trying to get her to do more, because
I know I'll be listening. I'll be like, what?
Speaking of story time, when is the follow up? When we gonna hear about Petey?
All that is coming. I promise.
We're gonna do a Petey this week.
You want to do a Petey this week?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll wrap up Petey this week. Did you hear about Petey, Devontae?
I gotta still catch up. I'm still trying to catch up.
Wait a minute, Devontae.
I be trying to watch too, but I be trying to watch.
That's okay.
I'm a catch up. I did catch some of your story time, but I don't think I remember the Petey part. I'm gonna have to probably go back and rewatch it.
That's fine. Yeah, I have plenty of stories. Y'all would be surprised. Y'all would be surprised.
The trap star here.
Wow.
Oh, I'm definitely about to go listen to it now. Okay.
If that alleged trap star was a while ago. Alleged.
All right.
Trap star. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Again, we'll be on next week. If you have any discussions that we do going forward, we know, again, some of our subscribers aren't on Pacific time. A lot of you all are on different time zones. You can let us know what time is best for you guys, so we can try to do it then on your time.
Yeah, now that we can post stuff on YouTube.
Right, now that we can post on YouTube, we can do it now. So whatever time works best for you guys, we'll come to a consensus and do it that way.
Yep.
So more of you can join.
Yeah. You might want, if you can, you might want to try for a little earlier, because I noticed when you go early, it'd be more people in the chat.
Well, we couldn't go early for the reunion because it just went off.
Yeah, that's true, but yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, but for our upcoming Married at First Sight reviews and chit chat and all that stuff, I noticed that too. I was telling that to Cassandra. We definitely have to go earlier for you all, because we do get more people watching and more interaction then versus later or specific times. We noticed that, so we're trying to get that together so everyone can participate on a consistent basis. So, that cool?
All right. Well, I'll see y'all next week then.
Yeah.
All right, everybody have a good night.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us.
All right.
Bye.